your girl Alicia, and I am back with another road to home ownership video. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna call these videos. Road to home ownership. I love it. So you guys, I am back with another home video. I am so excited about this. So excited about this process. And I wanted to document it in real time because I wanted to be able to look back on this process and just remember it and take it all in. My husband and I, we have some of our most important, magical, just some of the most important events that have happened to us so far. We have them on film, so I cannot pass this up either. And I want to share, and hopefully it will help someone, especially if you're going through the home buying process right now. Y'all know right now in 2022, the market is crazy. It is crazy, but what God has for you is for you, okay? And you have to believe that. I am a believer. I believe in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I believe in the Lord. I believe in the Holy Spirit. So I just know that by having faith and works, it's just all the way up. So with that being said, y'all don't look at my hair. I'm in the process of taking down my braids, and so half of my hair is out. Well, the middle part of my hair is out, and then the braids are in. Y'all, it looks real crazy, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm doing this in real time. I want to document real moments, and I want to document my true feelings when things happen, okay? So I'm here. If you have not seen the first video in this Road to Home Ownership series, I just love how that sounds. If you have not seen the first video, then I urge you to go back and watch that video so that you can get some context. And I will kind of revert back a little bit, but that way you can get some context and know kind of, you know, where all of this started from, where it came from, okay? So I left off with my husband and I going house hunting. Now let me go back just a little bit because we got the pre-approval letter during the point when we had COVID, okay? We had COVID. So no, I wasn't feeling like picking up a camera and documenting that or anything like that. A matter of fact, I wasn't even expecting to get that news. My husband and I, we prayed. We knew that it was a goal, because we had set goals, when we got married, and those goals were to make sure that our marriage was a ministry, to build our marriage, and just get that foundation off really well. Second thing was to nurture our blended family, just bring us all together. You know how you have I'm gonna talk about like a soup. You know how you have a soup and you bring all the ingredients together, and those ingredients are great, all on their own, but once you put them all together, you put them in a pot and you blend them together, that's what we were doing during the dating process, and once we had the wedding and all of that. But now that we're married and we're a family, now it's time for that soup to sit. You know how that soup is good the next day? That's what we're trying to get to with our blended family. It needs to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like blend it all up in there and soaked and sat in. If you're from the South, then you know what sat in. That flavor sat in, you know what that means. The flavor needs to sit in. So that's where our focus was. And then after that, it was finances. We wanted to make sure that we focused on just having our money in order. Not only having our money in order, but making sure that we are striving towards the things that we want for ourselves. Now, I will say this, neither one of us are striving to live a lavish lifestyle. And I know that may sound crazy to some, but we just want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? We just want to be happy. We want to be able to get up and go whenever we're needed. Our daughters, they live in a totally different state than we do. So it is so important that we're able to just go. If, they call and need something, we got to be able to go, okay? So it's important to us to live a simple life, So, and we love our time together, and we love doing things together. We love just, both of us being in this city is new to us. So going out and experiencing different things together, we love that. So going out and dating is our thing, okay? So we wanted to make sure that we never lived outside of our means. And even with living, within our means, we still could live good, but it's like, we want to do things, so it was never a point where we ever wanted to be like house poor. And when I say house poor, that means that you're spending more than 20% of what you make on a home. So it's like you don't want to have this big mortgage where each month you're spending so much on your mortgage that you don't have anything left over to do the things that you want to do. I love clothes, I love fashion, I love planner supplies. Okay, if you don't know, I'm a planner girl, and that's the whole reason why I'm on YouTube. I love planner supplies. So I want to be able to just be happy. You know what I'm saying? Happy and free. So we focused on, just making sure that whatever it was that we did financially, that we did it within those realms of the things that we agreed upon. Okay. So God just made a way. He made a way. We sat down, we discussed, what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it, put the money to the side, and we were like, all right, we got this money. So it's like, we're going to be smart about it, and do what it is that we want to do, but still be able to have a life where we can just go. Okay. So what happened was, once we decided that, I said to him, we could get a house. We have this money, and this was the goal. We could do it now. And we always kind of spoke it, but it wasn't like we're gonna do it. It was almost like we were just speaking it, like God, and we didn't just put forth so much effort to go towards that goal, but we put forth effort to get to that goal, right? But in our minds, we were like, especially with this crazy market that's happening now, we were like, we're gonna get to it. That's the goal, right? Well, we never knew that we were going to get there. Like, I mentioned, or I may have said I wanted to do it within the year, and that was the goal, to do it within the year. But I don't know if my faith walk was lined with my thoughts and what I was projecting. So God was like, girl, you got this crazy faith, and I'm gonna meet you at this crazy faith. So I'm like, all right, Lord, well, let's meet up. So my husband was like, go for it. So I was like, sure. And he was like, yeah, let's just see. And so I contacted my realtor, and I let her know. I said, I think, we may be good to go. Now, you have to remember, my husband and I, we are over 40. We have been divorced, and he moved from California to Texas. Within that time, he and I met, and then we got married, and I moved from the small town that I'm from and moved to Dallas, Texas, and that's where we are now, is in Dallas, Texas. So you have to take all that into context, that we started completely over. So it's like, I went through my divorce, and then after that was final, and I've been through that. I think after I've been divorced a year, I met my husband. And so it was like, when you go through a divorce, I know many of you know, you kind of lose things in the midst of that, and things kind of get messed up. So there was a period where we had to work on things, you know what I mean? And so we did the work. I called my realtors, my cousin. She's more like a sister because my grandmother kind of raised us that way, and my aunts and my mom. So she's more like my sister. So if you hear me saying my sister, my cousin, I'm referring to her. She's my realtor. And so I called her, and I was like, I think, we're going to be okay. I think we could, do this. And so she was asking me, my numbers and stuff like that. And she was like, oh yeah, y'all be fine. And I was like, you think so? She was like, yeah. She was like, let me just give her my lender. So she contacted her lender, and she was like, oh yeah, she said give her a call. So I called her and didn't think about it again. I was like, it was really a thought, you know what I mean? Kind of like, not like we doing this and, oh, I can't wait to hear from her and blah, blah, blah. It was just like a thought, like we checking into it, and like my realtor is my sister. So it's almost like I'm just talking to my sister, you know what I mean? So needless to say, fast forward, we're sitting here, and we're plagued with the mess that's out there in the air. We plagued with that. And she's like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to send you an email of your approval letter, and you guys could start house hunting. I'm like, huh? With my tissue. And I'm like, wait a minute. Huh? What? Like, am I hearing this right? And she's like, yes. She was like, yes, you guys are approved. And she was like, how much you need? And I thought, huh? Like, what? And she told my husband, and I don't think he kind of grasped what I was saying in the moment, but needless to say, he was excited. So I called my aunt and I thought, you know what, let's just go out and just see what's out there, you know? So my aunt was like, yeah, let's roll, let's ride. So we went out and we looked and, you know, it's so much out there, but y'all, this market is crazy. From the time that I purchased the home years ago to now, so much has changed and it is expensive. I didn't realize how expensive everything was. And it's going like that, okay? I think she set up like 4 houses for us to tour. And actually one of the houses that we toured while we were there, no, we toured a house. And then on the way to the next house, they told us no need to even come because somebody just put in an offer. Like, what? It just went up today. Gone. And so that's how things were going. And so I had a good time going with my aunt, you know, searching for homes and kind of just looking and getting my feet wet on what house hunting would be like. So I decided, all right, next weekend or the following weekend, me and my husband, we're gonna get out and we're gonna hit the ground running, okay? So that's the video that you saw previously, was of us getting out. I found a couple of homes online. I called up my realtor and she was like, all right, let's go, you know, let's go look. And so we went out, we saw a couple of houses. The one house that you guys saw, the one that was 1,200 square feet, I really loved. And y'all, that really fits the lifestyle that we want to live. We don't really want a big home. Like a home that is a home that is 2,000 square feet or more, we really don't want, because we don't want to have to maintain that, because we love to go. We love to be on the go. And so we work long hours. So through the week, when we get home, you know, it's like hustle and bustle to get ready for the night, you know, get ready for bed, go to, you know, to work the next day. And the weekends, we are free. And so while we're free on the weekends, we go. We get up and we go because we want to experience all that the city has to offer, okay? So we, you know, being home and being stuck to maintenance and tied down to things that we would have to do in a larger home, it's just not something that we want to do. And it's just not feasible. Like, our kids are not here. The boys are grown, the girls live in a different state, but it's room for them to come and stay if they want and then just go. It's just me and my husband, so we don't need all of that, you know? But I do want a space that I can make beautiful and lavish, just, you know, on a smaller scale. So that's why searching for a home, you know, a smaller home was ideal for us. Y'all, we even looked at tiny houses. Yes, we did. We went and we toured tiny homes. And y'all, these tiny homes are amazing. I mean, now granted, my husband is 6'4". He may even be 6'5". I don't know. But he is 6'4". My husband is tall. And, you know, I'm thinking, how are we going to fit in like a tiny home? Y'all, it is possible. They are making these things so nice. Like, they are beautiful. So anyway, so we decided that, you know, we did want something smaller, and that's what I'm getting around to saying. We did make that decision. So we toured tiny homes at one point, and then I went out with my aunt and toured some, you know, smaller scaled homes. And y'all, like I said, it was crazy. It was crazy out there, y'all. This is a crazy market. We saw that one house, and I thought this was gonna be great. And we got there and I saw the house and I'm thinking, you know, not really what I was looking for as far as the layout and all that and the area and blah, blah, blah. It didn't matter what I wanted anyway, because there was a lady, I don't know if y'all could hear her in the background, she was putting in a cash offer. Like, the house went up on the market that morning. That morning they said that they were taking tours from 1 to 5. I think we got there like 1:15, 1:20, and there were cars, not lined up, but like cars on both sides of the street. Y'all, that house was gone. That lady was in there. She was like, who do I make the check out to? Who do I make the check out to? Who do I need to get? Cause this could be, we can have a fast closing and blah, blah. I'm like, oh my gosh. And people are still, you know, touring the house. So that's just how fast things are happening in this market, okay? They are moving fast. So after we left there, my cousin, who is my realtor, I keep saying that, right? My cousin, my sister, who is my realtor. Anyway, she found a new construction home online. And I thought, man, And she said, yo, I think this is perfect. And she was like, we need to go over there now. And I'm like, okay. And she was like, what do you know, where are y'all at? And so, you know, we were like, we can be there in, you know, like 30 to 45 minutes. So she was like, come go now. Like, I'm driving that way. I'll meet y'all, you know, in that direction. Get there. That's the new construction home that you guys saw in the previous video. So we get there and I'm like, yeah, this is it. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I need. Now, it's builder grade, but I was looking around and y'all, my creativity went to 1,000. I was like, all the things that I could do to make this my dream home. I was like, oh yeah, I really think this is it. Like, I really think what do we need to do? So we toured the home, I filmed it, all of that, and we get outside and I'm like, what do we need to do? And she's like, we need to get on the phone with the lender. So we get on the phone with the lender and we're like, listen, we just toured something, Linda. We just toured an amazing house and we think this is it. We want to put in an offer. And she's like, okay, all right. So we, you know, thought about it. We were like, all right, what do we want to offer and blah, blah, blah. So my cousin was like, you know, she was going to go where she was staying. She had to catch a flight out to Florida the next day. And so she was like, I'm going to go where I'm staying and I'm going to drive everything up. And I'll, you know, send everything to you and we'll talk about this offer and submit it. So that night we got on the phone and she was like, what do you want to offer? And we started talking about everything. And so the house was, I think the house was listed at like 263 or 269. And when I say two, I mean $200,069. Y'all, it's crazy the prices of homes out here, like even smaller homes. But anyway, and okay, sorry about that. My camera keeps going dead, and y'all, so the angle may look a little different. But anyway, so like I was saying, it was 260. I think they were asking 269 for it, and so, you know, we told her put an offer 250. And so the next day, I think it was. No, it wasn't. That was Saturday. So on Monday morning, I got an email from them that offer was accepted. The offer was accepted, and that we needed to send in like earnest money, and we were gonna send over the contracts and all of that, just lining out everything. Because I think when you're buying a new build that's kind of like in the process of being built, and the house is in a subdivision and all that, it's, you know, I think it's different steps from what you go through if you're just, you know, buying a house just on its own that's already, you know, built and all that. So she sent over the contract and she was like, this is the amount, this is the earnest money. And we like, okay, here we go, because they're not playing about their money, okay? And what I was used to was back in the day, you know, you would give your earnest money and it would be like, you know, $600, $1,000, maybe even $1,200. No. They were like, we're going to need about 5 racks because we're going to need a certain percentage of this mortgage to make sure that you guys are not going to try to bail on us and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so we were running numbers and crunching numbers back and forth with the lender. And so we kind of got into this situation where my realtor has a lender that she uses, and so she recommended us to her. And let me tell you guys, she walked us through everything, like holding a baby and holding the baby's bottle and putting the bib up under the baby's neck so that you could catch all the milk spilling out. Like, she held on to us, okay, and was just teaching and all of that. And this whole process probably took about a week. With us kind of, you know, learning, and we didn't want to sign contracts too fast and be obligated with this being a new builder and blah, blah, blah. And so then we learned about incentives that were given through the builders. So they would pay a certain amount of your closing costs if you use their lenders. And so although our lender had went through all of this, she still wanted what was best for us as far as the numbers go. She wanted it to all be within what we wanted, because there was a certain number. Y'all, we out here coming with impossible things, okay? We're like, this is what we want. She's like, it's impossible, right? Like, and we're like, well, this is kind of where we want to be, and anything is possible with the Lord. So she's like, all right. So anyway, she was humble enough to take a back seat. She was like, listen, you can get a certain amount of money off that goes towards your closing costs if you use the builder's lender and blah, blah, blah. So she was just teaching us all of these sweet things. And so I just felt like, I don't want to lose you. But the gentleman who picked us up, he's just as good. He's just as good. So she was taking us through, what earnest money, how much we would have to put down. She was taking us through what mortgage rates are right now. And right now, mortgage rates are sitting at, I think, an average of 5%. And so she was just going through how much, we have to have at closing and what our mortgage would look like. She was telling us about home insurance, homeowners insurance, and people we should use. She even went down through telling us about like protections that you can get for like your appliances and all this other kind of stuff that's not covered by the insurance, or that the builder doesn't cover with their warranties and all of that. When I tell y'all she was breaking this thing down, she was breaking it down. And my realtor and her kind of went through the contract with this fine tooth comb, and they were like, all right, this is what we come up with. So within, I want to say 4 to 5 days, we were like, everybody was on one accord and felt like, let's go forward. Let's move forward. So your girl went to the bank and she got that cashier's check with that big stack of earnest money and was like, here you go. Y'all, it felt so good because it's like, okay, we're actually moving in this process. So we, gave up our earnest money. We signed the contract, and, it was for a builder home. And I don't know exactly what the contract is called or how you would reference the contract. But anyway, it's one of those contracts that I guess was different than, what the typical contract is. And so we went through all of that, signed the contract. So yeah, y'all, my camera keeps dying. My phone keeps dying. So, but anyway, so that's where we are in the process. So we put in an offer. We paid our earnest money. And once we paid our earnest money, it put everything, I think, what they call in underwriting. So everything is in underwriting. The house will be finished in September. Our lease is up here on the apartment the second week of October. Like, y'all, this is just lining out so perfectly. And I know that anything could go wrong because I've heard so many horror stories. I've watched so many of these videos on YouTube, but I'm just leaning on faith. I'm just leaning on faith, and I'm trying not to worry and trying not to stress. And it felt so good today when he sent over an email and was like, all right, you guys, we're at the point where we have to get the home appraised. So if you'll send over that money, because you have to pay for your appraisal. And that's around $600, $650. So yeah, so we're at that point, and everything is in underwriting. So they gave us an estimated date to close, which is September the 16th. So y'all, it's getting close. It's getting close. And our first wedding anniversary is September the 25th. And my husband's birthday is in September. And we have a grandbaby coming in September. So y'all, September is going to be lit, okay? We are excited. So excited. So that's the journey so far. If y'all have any questions about home ownership, about purchasing a new build, I'm no expert at all, but I can speak to what I'm going through, okay? So if it's something I can't answer, I can find an answer for you, all right? And if you live in the DFW area and you're looking for a realtor, let me know. I know the person for you. Her name is Sharika Johnson with Johnson Realty, and she can get you what and where you need to be, okay? She can get you home. I'm just saying, she'll get you home. So yeah, with that being said, y'all, I'm going to end this little vlog with a little bit of footage of us going to the house once we put in our offer, and it's like God told us this is yours. This is yours. So yeah, check out this little footage. I hope you enjoy it. Y'all make sure you hit the like button because it will increase my followers. It will help. It will get me out there in the algorithm world. So yeah, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, you guys, because I will be back with another home ownership, road to home ownership video. We'll be back with planner related videos. Y'all, my life has just been, it's just been going in fast pace. So I'm just, just trying to stay afloat over here. So I will be back with more Plan With Me videos and all of that, you guys. So just hit the notification bell so you'll know when your girl's gonna pop up. But until then, I'll see you guys next Sunday with another road to home ownership video. All right, love you guys. Bye. So we decided to come out to the house, check things out. So we have a driveway because this concrete wasn't down when we came the last time. And it's a lot going on inside. Looks like the walls are about to come up. We have the sheetrock there. So plumbing is in, and that wasn't done the last time we were here. Electrical has been done, which is just so neat to see. This is going to be the kitchen. So as you can see, it'll be cam lighting. Bless you, babe. Door with a window and then a window. It's gonna be a lot of light. Lots of light. Living room, walls coming. This is so neat to see. That's where a ceiling fan will go. Our bedroom. I love that it's two big windows right there. Where you see a baby snake? So yeah, windows are in. I don't think windows were in the last time we came out here. They were? The actual windows. Closet. Nice little walk-in, little walk-in, a little something. So yeah, that's another room. So yeah, oh, these windows go from side to side. Mm-hmm. That's convenient. Convenient. Walking through our house. This is so neat. That's the front door, but that's not going to be the door, but that's the front door. Another room to the side. Where my little office stuff will go, and maybe a little bed. It's a big window. So it'll be a lot of good light coming through there.